It was the summer of 2014 back in my old town of Small Adairsville, Georgia. Everyone was on vacation. Hell, they were probably somewhere on a beach with the sun rays hitting off the top of their backs and the warmth of hot sand between their toes. Where was I though? I was in the gym grinding. I was fed up with being the man coming off the bench, and this was my year, senior year. There's something about the hype of the last year of anything. High school, college, your 40s, 50s, everything comes to an end eventually, and it seems to be a big deal. I just wanted to prove myself to my town and friends, and it all started with that summer 2014. Every year we would go up to Shore College in Rome, Georgia for a whole day of basketball scrimmages. I loved it. The smell of the gym was almost like the smell of blood to a shark to me. We were scheduled to play 5 games that day. I didn't think nothing of it. Hell, 5 games? I could go for playing 6. Back to the story. The first few games flew by. I scored 10 in the first game, 16 in the second, and 13 in the third. Coach decided to sit the starters in the 4th game, so I sat out during that one. We were 3-1, winning the first 3 and losing the 4th game. After sitting out the 4th game, I was energized again, ready to start this game 5 against a really good Rome team. It was my time to shine. In the 5th game, we played Rome. Rome always thought they were so good at basketball, but while I was in, we were kicking their butt. Until the layup happened. As soon as I landed, I couldn't get up. My knee kept giving out when I tried to stand up. I looked like I had a slinky for both legs, but there was no apparent pain, so I figured I'd be fine. Coach took me out of the game. I walked around behind the bench trying to walk it off, but he wouldn't let me play. So I just accepted and went to the doctor next week to find out what happened. The next week we went to a knee specialist. Everything seemed to be going smooth. He told me he didn't think I had an injury, and I didn't think I had one either. That is, until we got our results back. I tore my ACL. All sorts of thoughts started running through my head. I cried. My basketball career seemed to be over. Whether I could play this baseball season was questionable now. It would take 6 months to recover. The week after my MRI results came back, I was scheduled to have surgery. I never had surgery before, so I was pretty nervous about it. It went by pretty fast, in and out in 2 hours, but after that my leg was numb for a whole day. Couldn't walk at all. I had to use crutches. It was the worst thing ever. I knew this was going to be a long and painful journey. It took weeks for me to accept the fact that I couldn't play basketball that year. I went into a depression. I sat there thinking, what is there I can do? Nothing, it felt like. I sulked for almost a month. Then one day, I don't know what it was, but a light popped in my brain. If I couldn't get any better physically, I'd work harder in school, read more books, and try to find a new hobby. I began to read business books and tried to learn how to play guitar. I spent more time with my girlfriend at the time and family. I really learned to treat those around me a little better. I learned you don't have to have 2 legs and be good at sports to impress those around you. The greatest thing you can do is be you. My life turned around for the better that day. I was really impressed with myself. 6 months passed by fast after I started focusing more on school and picked up that hobby. Well, I never really picked it up. I never learned how to play. The doctor released me at the beginning of February and said I was 100% recovered. I could do whatever I wanted. The good news was that I even got released in time for baseball season. I learned a lot about myself during that time. I guess tearing my ACL wasn't such a bad time after all. I did learn my strength, my will, and how to deal with an unfavorable situation. I think the thing I learned the most from this is we can't hang our heads over situations we can't control. We just have to keep moving on with our lives. And that's what I plan to do.